adventure groupies. Well, this is Frankie, and it's time to rotate tires on Frankie. And as you can see, it has been raining. The sun's out a little bit. In order to rotate tires on Frankie, I can't stick it in the garage. I have to do it outside. And right now it's about 45 degrees, which is no big deal. But in order to rotate tires on Frankie, it's going to be a job. So the question is, will I do it here in my driveway, or will it be done by a tire shop? Stay tuned. In order to do the proper rotation of Frankie, I do have floor jacks that I can use to lift the vehicle up. And there's 4 of them for 4 corners of Frankie. Plus, I do have a jack that I can use to lift Frankie up, and it's good for 3 tons. I also have the right equipment to block the wheels for the change. So I have the ability to do it. The question is, do I have the want? It was time for me to get tires rotated on Frankie. I was going to do the rotation myself at home. The owner's manual shows the proper rotation for the tires. The fronts go on the back, and the backs crisscross to the front. Belinda was not enthused about me jacking up all 4 corners of the heavy coach on our driveway to do this job. She was concerned it may topple over. She was correct. It would have been a big job for me to jack each corner up to do the job. The more I thought about it, I thought, let me see what it would cost to have a shop do it. I noticed on a Facebook forum that I follow that someone took their coach Class B to a commercial tire shop to get tires rotated. He asked the technician how he would rotate the tires. The technician told him that he takes the fronts and puts them on the back and the backs to the front. There was no crossover of tires. The owner of the rig mentioned to the technician how he wanted to have his tires rotated based on the manufacturer's recommendation in the owner's manual, which requires crossing the backs to the front and moving the fronts straight to the back. The technician told him that they never did this before, and this is the first time that this rotation pattern was brought to his attention. In the end, the technician did what the Facebook owner requested. Plan A. I started my journey by calling the local Firestone. The reason being is that my coach has Firestone tires on it, and I thought, why not go to them first? I asked if they could rotate tires on my 2023 Coachmen Nova, and that it weighs approximately 11,500 pounds. The person told me on the phone that their lift is rated for 12,000 pounds, but they were not comfortable doing my Class B. The reason is they felt they may damage the running boards that are put on the rig. They say some units have low boards and the mounting brackets get in the way of their lift arms. So let's go to Plan B. I then went on my phone app for the Ram, and it directed me to a local Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership for this service. I called the service center and asked them if they could do my rotation. They stated no problem. The cost to rotate would be $23, or if I wanted to rotate and balanced, it would be $70. I told them that my rig had 6,100 miles approximately, and that I would balance it on the next rotation that would be around 12,000 miles. I took Frankie to the dealership, and they rotated my tires and also did a recall update while I was there. The recall was on the rear camera needing software upgrade. I did not think I would have to tell them how to properly rotate my tires since they are a dealership and should have knowledge of their owner's manual. I marked my tires to check them after the rotation was complete. What I found was they did rotate the tires like the owner's manual recommended. Yay! Reflecting on this experience, the $23 was a bargain. The only thing was that I waited for them to do the service in their waiting room, which was comfortable, had free coffee and snacks. It took approximately 1.5 hours of me sitting in that waiting room. The dealer apologized for the long wait, but they attributed it to the addition of taking care of the recall item that added the additional time. good thing to do while looking at your tires is to take a look at their condition all the way around to make sure that there's good tread on these tires. The tire rotation place at the dealership didn't tell me anything about my treads being bad, so I'm assuming it's good, but I do have this device I bought. It's a depth gauge, and the way it works is you set it up on your tire and it measures the depth of your tire from the outside to the inner, and it gives you a reading. And that reading goes from green to yellow to red. And right now, checking across my tire, I am good. So one of the things I like to do is just to check the tread on the tire, make sure they're wearing properly across the surface, and to make sure they're in the green. And I will do that at every tire rotation to make sure the tire has adequate life and is safe. How do I determine the age of my tires? When it comes to determining the age of a tire, it's easy to identify when a tire was manufactured by reading its tire identification number, often referred to as the tire's serial number. The U.S. Department of Transportation, the DOT, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, requires that the tire identification numbers be a combination of the letters DOT followed by 8 to 13 letters and or numbers that identify the manufacturing location, tire size, and manufacturing code, along with the week and year the tire was manufactured. Since 2000, the week and the year the tire was produced have been provided by the last 4 digits of the tire identification number, with the 2 digits being used to identify the week, immediately preceding the 2 digits used to identify the year. In my case, looking at my tires, the last 4 digits are 4922, which correlates to week 49 in the year 2022. That means as I'm approaching the end of 2024, my tires are approximately 2 years old. There are those in the industry that state that you should look at replacing your RV tires in a 5-year period, even if you have good wear pattern on your tire and good tread depth remaining. They say that the tire may look good, but it degrades over time and may show signs of dry rot. I am citing on the side of caution, and the price I paid for my rig, every 5 years sounds reasonable to me to replace my tires, even if they still show life on the treads. This is what I will do, not telling you what you need to do. Thanks again for watching and subscribing to our channel. I hope the information was helpful, and we will see you on the next video.